Welcome to our morning show get-together today on WRCO Radio. I'm Phil Nee, and we have more in-studio guests that are going to be really busy, especially a week from now with the Richland County Fair coming on. But joining us, Jody Cornell, adult leader for Richland County Jr Dairy Breeders. We're also welcoming in Andrew Cornell. We have Kathleen Steadley, and we have Anna Cornell here as well on WRCO Radio. Jody, we'll start with you, and we'll look at the youth that you've brought in here, and it's been a busy summer for everyone, I think, hasn't it?
It has. Thank you for having us, Phil. Yes, we're about a month back from State Fair, and we had a great time at State Fair. We had two new young ladies with us this year that had never gone before, and Andrew's got a year under his belt, so he was a little bit more of a veteran. But yeah, we had a great time down there. Got down there on Wednesday, and it was raining, not as bad as it rained the following week, but it was raining. We had some water in the barn and some issues like that, but the fair went real well. It dried up, and then it turned nice, and we had, thousands of fair visitors, and it's always nice to be able to educate them, I guess, a little bit about dairy, and you get a lot of questions that you don't get around here when we're at the fair, because you get a lot of people that just are more removed from the farm scene than they are, around, I guess, locally.
We take it for granted sometimes, and then, you get to that level, I'm sure people are...
Yeah, we do. I mean, we take a lot for granted. And some of, you'll see a lot of people, too, will stop by and they'll be like, well, my grandparents had cattle, or my grandparents had a farm. I remember visiting it when I was little or something. But, yeah, you just get a lot more questions that, I guess... Yeah, take for granted would be one way to put it, but just things that we don't even think about being questionable or whatever. They ask questions that you're just like, whoa, you didn't know that? I mean, it's pretty basic things, but things that they just aren't familiar with.
You got out before the flooding, then, I take it.
Yes, we did. Yeah, that was the second week. And open dairy were there, so there were dairy cattle there, but junior dairy is the first week. We actually arrive one day before the fair even opens. We're there, full day before the fair opens, and we get everything set up and get ready for the public, and then try to put on our best appearance, I guess, for the general public.
The State Fair always, when I was a youth, it seemed like this huge, I'm nervous about it and everything like that, but it's kind of old hat for you since you've been there so many years.
Yeah, I've been there a long time now. I think I'm getting to be one of the veteran leaders down there. A lot of leadership has changed in years. Some of the older ones have passed away, and some people just move on. Some people do it while they have kids involved, I guess, and then once their kids are done, they seem to tend to let other parents take over and take that leadership role, I guess. So, yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, but it's always been fun. I was talking to my wife about it, and I said I should have a reunion of all the kids that have gone with me in years past. It would be pretty exciting, and it would be kind of fun to see what they've all done, since then.
Absolutely. And it's a little bit different when it's your own kids, too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little different when it's your own kids that go. For more reasons than one, but yeah, I mean, it's different when it's your own kids, but it's also, I guess, good to see them. I've seen them work in other situations, so it was pretty easy, really. But yeah, it's a little different when it is your own kids.
We talked to some of the beef students yesterday, and everybody seemed to have a good year at State Fair. I think Richland County was pretty well represented, wasn't it?
We did have a good year. I'm going to let the kids tell you how they did, except I will tell you that, so for the second year in a row for small herds, so they divide the herds into two groups. There's large herds and small herds, and I don't exactly remember where the division is. Actually, there's three groups. There's large herds, medium herds, and small herds. Large herds are like over 20, and small herds are under 10. So mediums are like 10 to 20. For small herds, and Richland County's been a small herd now for several years, but for 2 years in a row now, we've taken first place in herdsmanship, and the kids worked really hard, had a really nice area, and made things look really nice, and they placed first in herdsmanship again. And then they also have a contest. It's sponsored by the Wisconsin Dairy Producers, and they have a contest for education. So we put up educational tidbits around on our display. We do a flip board where we have a question, and then they can flip the board over and they can see the answer. And we get a lot of, actually, get a lot of traffic that stops and will try to answer the questions. This year we had 9 questions. And this year's theme was actually about cow care is what we do. So we tried to highlight vet clinics from the area, thinking that cow care would fall under veterinary. We've done cheese plants in the past. We've done, I don't remember. We've done some other things that we've highlighted, but this year we highlighted vet clinics, which we were very proud to do for our local clinics. And all of our questions were about cow care or quality of life for cows. And a lot of people stop and flip those over. And with our educational display, they give out 10 awards for that, and we placed 7th in education. So again, really proud of the kids, because that's, I mean, out of all the herds that are there, to place 7th, that's pretty good.
I think that subject is important too, because I think it needs to be known how well you take care of your animals and their health and everything.
Yeah, so we tried to highlight things, like what we actually do for our cattle. And then the herdsmanship actually is part of that too, because it focuses on cleanliness, it focuses on your bedding, focuses on, how neat you're keeping them, brushing them, fly free, stuff. So the herdsmanship actually is kind of almost a part of that too. They're, it's saying this is how we take care of our cows. They're looking at that, and they, grade you on that.
We'll come back to you and talk about the upcoming Richland County Fair, but we want to kind of look again back at the state fair and how that went. Andrew Cornell is here. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the morning show. So I understand, was this your second trip to state fair?
Yep.
Great. So tell us how you did.
I did good. It was really fun. I took 2 milking cows and a heifer. I did really good with my 2 cows and my heifer that day. And
a lot of work goes into it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your cows. What are their names?
one of the cows is Kate, and the other one's Vashti, and the heifer was Maddie. My 2 cows, I got first bred and owned and first in the class.
Well done. So you've been there before. Do you get a little less nervous when you kind of know what to expect?
Yes, you get a whole lot less nervous when you've been there for 2 years and you know what's happening, and you can pay attention of what type of questions you're probably going to get asked.
I know that you're a member of a 4-H club. Where do you belong?
Pine River Clovers.
Tell me about your club.
Our club meets every second Sunday of the month, and we normally have a whole lot of fun at the club, and we help out around the county sometimes.
Yeah, 4-H is certainly in a lot of our backgrounds, that's for sure. We learned a lot from it. What are some of the projects that you've been involved in while you've been in 4-H?
2 years ago, I started doing dioramas in 4-H, and I've been doing woodworking, some Legos, mainly dairy and beef.
Right. If you could put it all together, maybe you could make a Lego a hut for one of your cows, maybe, or something, right? That'd take a lot of Legos.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. What are you making for the fair then? For Legos?
Titanic.
Wow.
I got it at Christmas, and I started it, and now I got to finish it here.
So it's not finished yet?
No.
Wow. So the pressure is on then, right?
Yep.
Good deal. We'll come back to you and ask you a little bit more about the fair, but we'll move over to the other side. Give your sister equal time. Anna, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you on the studio with us, too. So you're also a member of Pine River?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been a 4-H member?
3 years.
So tell us about State Fair. How did it go for you?
Good. I showed 2 heifers. I showed Whisper, who is a spring yearling Ayrshire, and Poem, she's a fall calf Jersey.
How much work went into it? Did you have to put in a lot of hours this year?
Yeah, it was a lot of work. They've also been other places over the state, so we went to Mineral Point early summer, and Poem was at the Jersey show, the spring Jersey show, and we went to the Holstein show with Andrew's heifer Maddie, and we've just kind of traveled the state.
Does it seem like they're getting used to traveling?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They just, some of them like it and some of them don't.
Now, you'll be at Richland County Fair next week. Are you a little less nervous for that, or do you get more nervous when you're in front of the hometown fans?
I'm not really nervous at State Fair. Like they recommend that you talk to judges. I talk to judges at different points during the fair. I talked to a judge after showmanship and when I was ready for show and all different times.
Oh, some of the key things that they tell you need to kind of take to heart. Are there some things that you learned this year?
Like a lot of people ask questions about like the cows, like why they're so much bigger than all the heifers that are laying down. And when they ask, you kind of just have to explain that the cow is pregnant and she's already had her calf. So, yeah.
I see. So you got to educate the public a little bit as well.
Yep.
So there's no silly, stupid question, though. Everybody, because they probably legitimately don't know, right?
Yeah, no, they don't know. So you just have to explain things to the best of your abilities down there. And if you can't explain them, send them to the veteran over there in the corner.
Send them to dear old dad there.
Yeah.
He might know. So
another thing that we did for cow care was my dad had some scrubs made, and it said Richland County Cow Care Team, and we all wore them while we were on barn duty.
Wonderful. That's cool. So it was a little team unity thing there, too.
Yeah.
As well. Good. Well, we'll come back to you and talk about the county fair coming up. Kathleen Steadley, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you in the studio. And what 4-H club do you belong to?
Buena Vista Wonder Workers.
Tell me about your club.
We have meetings the first week of every month normally, and we do a lot of activities. We've helped clean up the county fairgrounds a few times, and we clean up the town hall in Gotham too, at least once a year.
Is that where you meet?
Yeah.
For 4-H meetings? Yeah, sure. Okay. Do you have a softball team?
Yeah, we do.
How did you do this year?
We did okay. We did about the same as we did last year, I'd say, but
It's a fun part of summer, though, isn't it?
yeah.
Tell me about State Fair. How did that go for you?
It went pretty well. I took a winter calf named Mustang. She's a Ayrshire, and
Was it a difficult challenge when you went to State Fair then?
no, it wasn't too bad actually, because I'm not that affected by like pressure, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. A lot more animals are there, though.
Yeah.
And things. So, is it kind of hectic to know, like, what your time and when you're going to be showing and things like that?
Yes.
Do you have to? How do you handle it? Do you have to be listening, loudspeaker and things like that, or how do you know when you're on?
You have to watch.
Okay. Huh. Get ready for it that way. So you're going to bring this animal to the Richland County Fair then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so you got a week to go. What are some things you're preparing it for? It's kind of down to the wire, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much do you work with your animal?
At least once a day.
Mm-hmm.
I walk them mostly at night while my mom is milking. Well, there's time.
Mm-hmm. And so far, so good? Walking pretty well and everything?
A few of them are a little stubborn, but that's normal.
Yes, it is. Well, they've done well, Jody. You talk about looking back on State Fair, again, well represented. You probably have memories from when you were that age.
I do.
Right?
I have memories from State Fair. I mean, I think that's part of showing, and I don't think it's just dairy. I think that's part of showing in any of the animal projects. The places you go and the people you meet, and I think you form lifetime friendships that it's kind of funny because you really probably only see that people that one time a year, and it's only for 5 days, but it's like next year I'm sure they're going to meet people that they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is awesome, we're seeing each other again. And and the kids are all relatively the same age. Of course, there's older kids that phase out and younger kids that are coming in, but you make those friendships and they're bonds that last a lifetime. And you'll remember, somebody will say, "Oh, remember that heifer that did this?" And everybody will be like, "Yeah," or "Remember your heifer that laid down in the show ring and you couldn't get her stand back?" "Oh yeah, I remember that one." So I mean, it's just, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that you make those connections, and sometimes it's a good networking thing because maybe later in life you might connect with those people on a professional level as well, right?
Yep. And you never know what direction your life might go. I mean, you may connect again, and it may not even be what brought you together in the first place. So, you make new things.
I talked to Steve Banker about this yesterday when he was on the program, but you guys you're the next generation. You probably remember people that helped you or
certainly,
your leaders back in the day.
There's lots of people who helped me. Kevin Kepler actually is the one who started me showing. He got me interested in taking a heifer to a show, and we took her to a show, and then after that it just kind of went overboard, I think. We showed for a long time. I showed with his son Luke. Several years we brought open cattle down and stuff, so it was a lot of fun.
Once it gets in your blood, right?
Yep.
So looking ahead to the fair.
Looking ahead to the fair.
What are you most looking forward to, Joe?
Actually, I'm going to just step back just a second. For State Fair, I just wanted to shout out to Lime Ridge Ag, Premier Co-op, Riverdale Ag, and Side Hill Dairy, and Rainbow Dairy. Those are some of the people that really made it possible for us to go, along with the Golden Gallon Committee. We need support to be able to make this affordable for the kids to go. There's a lot of cost involved, and those individuals and businesses made it possible for us to go to State Fair. Moving on to this year's fair, we're looking forward to the fair. I think our numbers are going to be up slightly. Still, our cow numbers are not going to be back where they were at prior to last year, but our numbers overall are going to be up. We got a couple more entries in the open show, so there'll be some more cattle there, and I think it's going to be really fun. I know Steve mentioned yesterday on his portion about the wash rack, and we're getting close. It'll be ready for the fair, but we got a little ways to go yet. But it looks really nice. It's going to be much improved for the kids, I think, and there's going to be more room. There's going to be more washability there, I guess, if that's a word. It's just going to be a better situation for the kids in cleaning up their cattle this year. So it's going to look really nice.
So the work is on from now until next Wednesday.
Yeah, we've had a couple of work days. Andrew's been a big trooper, and we put in quite a bit of time out there getting things cleaned up and our stuff. But we've got the new posts are in, the new fence panels are up. We just got to finish the water, and we'll be good to go.
You mentioned Golden Gallon. Are there some ways that you're raising money at the fair as well for the cause?
Yeah. So last year we actually did a silent auction to help us with some of the costs to help finish the wash rack, and we're going to probably do that again this year. We'll have a silent auction. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to have for items on that auction, but we're probably going to do a silent auction in the dairy barn and that goes just to support the dairy. This year we're looking to make some improvements in our display that goes to State Fair. The display that we use was put together like 40 some years ago. So we've been kind of phasing in new parts as we can afford to, and we'd like to do some more of that. So that's where the silent auction is going to go. The Golden Gallon is a figurative golden gallon, but they sell that at the auction, and that goes to the Golden Gallon Committee, and they do a lot of scholarship work, and they also support a lot of things that the young people do throughout the year too. So that's a good situation there.
Look for that. What about the schedule for next week as far as the showing and everything?
So our show is Saturday morning. We'll start at 9:00 in the morning. And at 9:00, the first thing in the ring will be Pee Wee showmanship. That is less than 4-H age. And those little kids are actually really cute. Most of them bring spring calves, which are always fun to watch. And we don't necessarily place them in any kind of order. It's not really a competition. It's more of just a fun exercise for those kids to get a calf out there, and they're kind of our upcoming generation. So we like to celebrate that a little bit too. They're going to be the newbies in a couple years, and so we want to make them feel welcome and that. And then following Pee Wee showmanship, we'll actually reverse the order. We'll go to senior showman, then intermediate showman, and then beginner. And we do that because we're hoping that younger showmen will come in, sit through the senior showmanship, watch what's going on, watch what the judge is looking for, and then they got a little bit of a heads up when they come into the ring, and then we'll go right into the cattle from there. We usually get done early afternoon.
That sounds good. It'll be here before we know it.
Yep.
So what are you most looking forward to for the fair next week, Andrew?
Taking my cattle and showing them off again.
What do you like as far as other things on the fair? Riding rides? And
I don't really get to ride any rides until Sunday afternoon.
Okay. When the work's all done.
Pretty much.
Have you had a favorite fair memory so far?
Not really yet.
Maybe it's still to go. Maybe it's this year, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Anna, what about you? Let's talk about the fair next week. What are you going to be showing?
I have rabbits, dairy, beef, and all of my non-animal projects.
And you start bringing those to the grounds, Tuesday, don't you?
Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yep.
Good.
Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be starting school Tuesday.
Yes.
Correct. What grade are you going to be in?
7th grade.
7th grade at Richland Center?
At St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, all right. Well, good. Well, good luck with that. So Tuesday's going to be a busy day for you, right?
Yeah. I have to get all my work from my teachers, and I have to take my flowers into the fairgrounds and make sure everything's ready for Wednesday.
Hit the ground running. And what about you, Kathleen? Next week, school starts. What grade are you going to be in?
I'm going to be in 8th grade.
8th grade, all right. And you attend school here in Richland Center?
I go to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's as well. All right. Well, good luck with that. Tuesday will be busy for you. What are you most looking forward to concerning the fair?
Probably being able to show my calves.
How many calves will you be showing at the fair?
I have 2 heifers and a yearling.
Okay, good. Well, good luck with that. And what about the fair? Do you enjoy riding the rides? You get any chance to do that or not?
Yeah, I normally get to ride rides with one of my friends at least one day during the fair.
Good. Well, don't go on the tilt-a-whirl after you eat, a chili dog or something. That's just, word to the wise. We look forward to seeing you guys all next week. That's going to be a lot of fun. Jody, anything else you want to add this morning?
I'm not going to list them because there's too many, but thank you to all the sponsors that help sponsor the show. We have a lot of faithful sponsors that have been doing it for a long time. We also have some new ones, but thank you to those sponsors. On Sunday, the dairy group also does a scavenger hunt with some cash prizes for the top teams. We do that Sunday morning because it just seems like it's kind of a slow time, and most of the exhibitors are everything's pretty much kind of winding down. They're all kind of laid back. So Sunday morning we have a scavenger hunt that we've been putting on for 5 years now, and we'll be doing that again on Sunday morning. So if anybody's interested, and then just a little bit about us, our group is open to basically anyone. Catherine is actually a new member of our group this year, and she actually took a loaner animal to the fair. And she'll be bringing it to the county fair as well. And if anybody is interested in showing dairy at all, we can work that out. They should just contact us. They can see us at the fair. They can contact us anytime. And we got animals available that people can work with. And we have other people who have animals that would be more than happy to have a young person show an animal. And that's, it's a way to get started and not actually have to necessarily physically have that animal. Now, in Catherine's case, she's housed the animal this summer, taken care of it and worked with it so that it's kind of become her animal, so that it's used to her and she's used to it. And that's possible too. So like I said, anyone who's interested in going to these shows, and it's not necessarily just state fair and county fair. We go to a lot of shows throughout the summer, And this year we took a couple other young ladies that are too young to go to state fair, but went to a couple other shows with us. So if anyone's interested in showing an animal and they want to get started, just get in touch with us.
Yeah, we've talked quite a bit about the mentorship program, but there are a lot of youth, different animals that they're showing that they're not living on farms. It's a good opportunity, isn't it?
Yep, it is. It's a great opportunity, and it's available to anyone.
Very good. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in here, and we got you in a week early because we knew that next week we probably wouldn't be able to get a hold of you. You're going to hit the ground running next week, Joe.
Yep. Thank you for having us. Yes, next week's going to be busy for everybody.
And we hope people will stop by and, again, ask questions, and, you love to talk the talk, right?
Yep. Stop by and ask questions. That's the only way to learn. We had one person that asked our favorite question again this year.
What is
Do
it?
the brown ones give chocolate milk? And that is a no.
Was it a serious question when they...
It's hard to say, but some people actually, and I'm not sure how it got started, but some people actually do believe that.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have to set them straight. And usually we get that at least once a year. And this year it was a person who was old enough to know better, but was, so...
Do you play with them sometime and say yes?
No, I have never played with one like that. That's not... No, not the brown ones give chocolate milk. No. I haven't played with that one, but we do get other questions. It's kind of fun to pick on people.
Better milk, though, right?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, that's open for debate.
Yeah, it is.
Well, if you're looking for fat and protein, Jerseys give more fat and protein in their milk than other breeds do.
There you go. Well said, Anna. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So, Anna Cornell and Andrew Cornell, and I got to apologize. I was trying to read Henry Bray's writing. It's Catherine Steadley. I think I misspoke, so my apologies, and I'll pass the buck on that one. So, anyway, thanks a lot for coming in, you guys. We appreciate it.
Phil.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
next week. You bet. Jody Cornell and company. Jody is the adult leader for Richland County Jr. Dairy Breeders, and we wish them the best of luck at Richland County Fair, opening next week. In fact, next Thursday will be opening day.